Howdy, howdy, my lovely people. It is due to likes beans. Right now, my dude, I'm just making some beans and rice. But yeah, if we want to hang out sometime this weekend, down. Related, just one salesman. Yeah. Well, remember when Colin was home? What? I mean, I guess. Yeah. There's only one person watching the live stream right now, anyways. Hello, one viewer. beans and rice have been made. Yo, silence fills you with dread, Apple Core. That's fair, man. Are you okay, my dude? How have things been? I know a couple days ago you were a little shaky. You were feeling a little off. How you doing? If you're still here. I was just petting my cat. I was petting my cat. My cat deserves a little bit of love. Hell to the no, I'm doing terrible, lol. You want to talk about it, my home slice? Is it like work? Is it like social stuff? Is it just like existential dread and like depression in general? Or like what's killing the mood? Not that there's much of a good mood to begin with in this life, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. What's killing the evolutionarily programmed normalcy vibe of just being like, I can get through the motions. You know what I mean? Because we're all just trying to get through the motions, but sometimes life don't want us to. Marco, my boy, what are you doing meowing at me for? Beans and rice. If you don't want to talk about it, I'm completely understand as well. Well, I don't do anything so evolution-wise. That's why I'm miserable. You mean like you don't get laid and stuff? I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I am a lonely fucker as well, my friend. So I relate to that. Not fulfilling my evolutionary needs does make me feel the big lonely. Just stay home all day, most days, smoke weed, jack off, and watch shit. Nah, fair enough. That's basically the same shit here, man. Stay home almost every day, just hang out with friends a little bit here and there, smoke weed, and ran out of weed a couple days ago. I ordered some more today. Well, yes, yeah, today. I ordered some more today. Ordered 100 grams because I'm, you know, healthy. It was a good price. It was 100 grams for $106. That's like $1 a gram. That's a good price. So, and yeah, jacking off like daily, man. Like I feel you. Like it's a struggle, man. Like it's an addiction. I'm watching shit. Hey, man, watch videos all the time. YouTube's an addiction, just like porn. So I feel you. I mean, I probably smoke more weed than you do, but that's just because I'm unhealthy. I have like a really crippling addiction, but that's okay. It's not crippling. It's just more like slightly crippling, a little bit here and there when I have things to do and I'm like too high to do them. I'm like, ah, shit. Hmm. Do you have plans to try to change that in the future, or are you just more like, yeah, this is how my lifestyle is, I guess? Because that's kind of how I am. I'm kind of just like, ah, fuck it, I guess. It's so many little things that I could fix if I had the drive, but I can't seem to convince myself it's worth it. Hey, man, in all honesty, I don't think it really is worth it. Well, I think I might smoke more than you. Yo, man, I don't know if that's possible. This year alone, I've smoked over 150 grams of weed, and we're not even to July yet. So I've smoked probably quite a bit. But maybe you might smoke more than me. If you do, I mean, congratulations. Like, we should smoke sometime. But I don't even get high anymore, really. So I smoke so much, it's unbelievable. By the end of the year, I'm probably gonna smoke like 300 grams worth, I imagine. It's basically almost like a gram a day, practically. I and it's dab, by the way, so it's like it's rough. Like I'm smoking straight dab, 100, like almost a gram a day. Yeah, I'll have to start counting the grams. Yeah, yeah, it's not healthy, but it's I just know from the amount of containers I go through, I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, I order bulk, so I like when you order bulk, it's cheaper as I can get it for like $1 a gram, sometimes $3. If it's a little on the pricier side. But at the same time, it's just like you smoke a lot more when you have bulk. You don't really monitor your intake as much. So I smoke a lot more when I have a lot more, but it still saves me money in the end. But I also increase my tolerance a fuck ton, and then yeah, when you don't have much weed, you're just like, I can't even get high anymore. So, do you ever feel chronically lonely, but also don't want to be around people? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, when it comes to like loneliness, I feel like just like people can't really relate to me very much besides like people online. And then it's just like I don't know, people online. It's like even though I am myself, it's like and they're probably mostly themselves as well. It's just like I don't really consider myself like friends with people online necessarily. Or a lot of them I do. Like I have a lot of friends in Europe and stuff, but it takes a while for me to consider someone like a friend. I usually just consider people acquaintances. So yeah, it's just like constant loneliness of like feeling like I'm unrelated to people, and even though, and then it's just like you want to feel related, but you don't want to like go out to like feel the disappointment of not feeling related to with people, and it's just too much energy going out. People are useless for the most part. They don't really jive with me, and yeah, I feel you, man. It's weird. It's weird. It's like you wanna feel accepted, but you also don't want to get the risk of rejection. Plus, you just don't feel like it's worth it. I mean, like, what do you get out of it? Just like fulfilling evolutionary programs, billions of years of programming, just being like, oh yay, I filled in my little evolutionary niche of being social, just like evolution intended. Maybe I'll get laid just like evolution wants me to get from when I'm being social, you know? Like, that's pretty much like how I look at it. It's just depressing, and but that's kind of how it is. And I'm sure you relate to the same thing. You kind of look at it like an evolutionary lens of just like, fuck. Hmm. But the only motivation that exists is to shape yourself to be a better human, to be happier, I suppose. Being well adjusted in a clearly sick place. Yeah, basically. I don't know, man. I don't know how you can. I don't know how anybody can really be happy in this world. I mean, you have to pretty much be insane to be happy in this world. I feel like you have to basically just be completely ignorant to how much suffering we contribute to and how much suffering is going on around us that we could try to end but don't. You have to be completely ignorant or you have to be completely sadistic. And if you're a sadist, then, well, either your friends are really bad people that are willing to be around a sadist, or they're ignorant as well. So, which then it's hard to respect them. So, yeah, it's a fucking constant conundrum. But when it comes to being a better human being, I mean, yeah, I guess that's the only thing you can try to do is just try to become better people. But I mean, it's not really what it's all about, I guess. What it's all about is being a janitor, but it's less about being a good person because good is kind of an illusion, but it's about doing what's good, I suppose. But I mean, you get that. We're just pontificating. Semantics, really. I don't think anybody in the FLS community could offer any comfort for these feelings aside from social interaction, maybe some sex. Yeah, pretty much, man. Yeah, it's pretty much what it's like, too. Yeah. I don't think anybody can really offer much comfort when it comes to the mental illness. I mean, yeah, and just reality in general. It's just, y- it's too fucked. It's too fucked to really provide any copium without, just manufacturing illusions, I suppose. So that's kind of what you have to do for interactions is basically just vent or have the illusion of pleasure through sex, which is like one of the stronger illusions and stuff. So it's just like, yeah, I mean, sex, drugs, and conversations are pretty much the only way to like kind of peel off all the stress and all that shit. But even then, it's just like, yeah, it builds up all the time, and sometimes you do dumb shit like I did a couple weeks ago if you don't release your stress in a healthy way. Not that it was dumb. What's dumb was I didn't double knot the noose, but that was what was dumb. Suicide's not dumb. It's the most intelligent thing a person can probably do. But well, probably the most intelligent person a person can do if they're thinking for themselves, I should say. Given primordialism, given utility, it's not necessarily that suicide is always good. I mean, you know that, but for the most part, yeah, I mean, life fucking sucks. Mm. Speaking of that, I should take my antipsychotics. Brian, let me ask you something while you pop your pills. Do I come off as an asshole to you? Not really. No. You come off as someone who's kind of like me, slightly insecure, but knows what they're talking about. Uh, has some issues, but is pretty confident in some regards to some areas, which is like philosophy and stuff like that. So you have some confidence, you have some insecurity. Um, you don't seem to be very aggressive, so you don't seem very assholey to me. But you're also very blunt, so I mean, I guess like could be considered assholeish depending on who you're talking to. So like me, I consider myself an asshole because I'm very blunt and I'm kind of a dickhead to people at times. But you don't really have that much dickheadish energy, so I'm gonna say no. You don't come off as an asshole, at least not very much, not in my opinion. I don't know if that was my assessment was accurate or not, but I always have like a fairly good assessment in my opinion. But who really knows? I mean, I like to think that I can read people pretty well, but who knows? You let me know if I can read you well. who knows, man? I'm just an alcoholic, you know. You don't have to take my opinion for anything. I'm not even an alcoholic. I'm just a stoner. But you know, for now, I ran out of weed, so I'm an alcoholic for the week. Okay, for the week. I have to be addicted to something. Yeah, Marco, it's you. Camera. Meow. See meow. Meow. Yeah. He said meow for you all. Okay, fair enough. I was wondering if my response made you like commit Zimbabwe or something for a moment. Just kidding. I didn't actually think that, but but yeah, I'm glad you're alive, my dude. I don't know if you got my response, but I basically just said that like I don't think you're an asshole. I think you come off as like slightly insecure and slightly confident in other areas. Kind of like me, but it's nice to narcissistically obsess about myself. You're all right, G. I'm glad I could help your ego a little bit. Uh, GG, this is a good sauce. Nice alcoholic beverage. Tastes good. My psychiatrist would love it. But it come off insecure. I mean, I am, but what does it? What does it? I don't know, man. I can just tell. Because you're hanging around with me, that's why. Anybody that hangs around me is insecure. It's just how it be. No, I'm just kidding. But hmm. No, I think it's just because there's a certain topic that you kind of talked about at one point that you wanted my affirmation for, just to like see if you like how I thought of your situation, and you know what I'm talking about. And I was just kind of like, I kind of told you my response, and you were just like, "Oh, thank you. That makes me feel a lot better and stuff." And so basically, because of that, I thought I was kind of like, "Oh, he probably has some insecurities about like his thought processes and like what who he is." So yeah. Oh, yeah. So basically, I just kind of like can get into people's heads and be like, oh, if you're insecure about one thing, you're probably insecure about a lot of things. And if you're really insecure about one thing that's like pretty prominent and like kind of like despised by society, it's going to bleed over into other things as well and make you question other aspects of your own thought processes. So basically, that's kind of where I got that from. I so that's kind of where I think I kind of got the idea, if I had to be completely honest with you. But that's just because I understand things. So, I mean, I too. That's some good psychoanalyzing. I got tingles. You're welcome, my dude. I'm glad I could help you. Get a little bit of tingles. I'm just like, oh shit, he's like literally a detective. Hey man, it's just my psychopathic genes. It allows me to kind of just tell what's going on. Plus, yeah, I think it's mainly just psychopathy. It's just a natural little thing I got going on. But I can also relate to a lot of stuff because I do have like weird sexual desires myself. So sort of a mix, I suppose. Mix of relatability and just having a natural inclination for understanding what people are going through. Um, But I think it was probably both. No, that's good. I'm not sure if it did a good job to help you out or at least like make you feel better, but I feel like I make people feel better about themselves a little bit, just being open about who I am, because I'm such a fucking psycho that people are like, oh shit, at least they don't have homicidal ideation. So I mean, people are just like, hey, at least I don't have rape fantasies. I mean, it makes me feel better about myself knowing that I don't have that. And I'm like, you're welcome. Glad I could be of service, making you all feel more secure about yourselves by looking at me like, what the fuck? You actually did help. I don't get to talk a lot. I'm glad that I can help out. I like to help people out. I like to make people feel a little bit better about themselves. Makes me feel like I'm doing some use in my life, making people feel better. So it's mutual. Remember, when it comes down to it, evolution's a bitch, my dude. None of this is our fault. Can't control what evolution does to us. Billions of years of fucked up bullshit, and here we are. I smoke so much more. I'm smoking right now. Hey, I wish I could be smoking right now. I would be if I had weed, but I don't. Hey, and Sieg Heil. Well, I'm not a Nazi, but hello, nice to meet you. V's. I don't know what Sieg Heil means. Maybe it's not a Nazi thing. Maybe it's just a German thing, meaning like sup. But Sieg Heil translation to victory. Ah, yes, to victory, brothers. No, not Nazi. Oh, fair enough. Pizza says, keep going. I'm almost finished. I'm scared. But yeah, as I was saying, no, not Nazi. It just means to victory. To victory, my friends. E pluribus unum. Together we are strong. Hmm. One out of many. One. Can you turn around? Oh yeah, baby. You can get a load of this. This is a little gay. I'm feeling. I'm feeling he's busting a nut to me, but You like this tattoo? Yeah, you're welcome. Always glad to say to show people my tattoos and my sexy body. Ooh, hold still, I'm almost. Yeah, got like drawing me like I can get into pose position. Yeah, just kidding. Draw me like one of your French girls. Some Titanic bullshit. Yeah, I'm painting the whole canvas. I'm finished my GPU. What the fuck? My GPU is overheating. Fair enough. You had to cool it down. You gotta do what you gotta do. Ah, fuck. Rip. Happens to the best of us. Sometimes you just nut, and other times you get into a rut. Sometimes you nut, other times you rut. It's the way of the world. Okay, I'm finished. I'm gonna go. You're welcome. I'm glad that you got your nut and home slice. You have a good one. Take care. Why am I alive? There we go. I'm basically the utility man here, guys. I'm getting people's nuts and I'm educating people on philosophy. I'm truly just an overall OG. I'm a champ. It's a fucking bean on the bottom of my fucking water bottle. What the fuck? Yo, Luna, do you want bean? Water bottle bean? It's just on the water bottle. You ever feel like this indescribable thing that needs to be said, or like a big secret we're all aware of is being. Do you ever feel like this indescribable thing that needs to be said, or like a big secret we're all aware of, is being repressed? I mean, it depends what you mean, home slice, but I kind of feel like I know what you're referring to, and you may or may not be correct about that. So when it comes down to it, though, we're just going to keep that under wraps because we're not going to get into that subject unless you want to really get into that subject, and then we can. But no, I mean I understand what you're referring to potentially, and I think you may be right potentially. So but when it comes down to it, yeah, there's a lot of shit that I feel like people don't talk about when it regards to society and people's beliefs and stuff like that and feelings that people just keep under wraps because it's not politically acceptable, or at least not kosher under all the things anymore. Which is fair, but at the same time, it's kind of like, it kind of makes problems. Wasn't referring to anything specific, but that's something I've thought about. Oh, okay, cool. Well, nothing specific then. That's interesting. Okay, so it wasn't that then, but you were referring to. But yeah, I mean, I guess like I assume more people have homicidal ideation than led on, and a bunch of other mental illnesses that are not let on, like depression, anxiety. Well, not necessarily anxiety. Anxiety is pretty normal, but I guess just when it comes to mental illnesses in general and like certain things that are considered like, oh, you might get sent to the asylum, you're crazy. Like stuff like that. People just don't really talk about it very often, even if they're afflicted with it. I mean, I had homicidal ideation for years, and I'm like way more open than most people. So it's like there has to be like a ton of people with homicidal ideation that just like keep it to themselves for like years on end, and just never ever like really crop out into the open. They don't really go to therapy or anything. They just don't kill anybody and just keep it to themselves, like a little personal trauma. So when it comes down to it, I think there's a lot of things that are secretive that people will keep to themselves that are big old things in society. But yeah, how important is that really? I don't know, but I think it's definitely a thing. Marco, hi. What you gonna say? Huh? Meow? He's like, no. Yeah, there's general paranoia that most people are lying about their true psychology, sexual desires, and whatnot, and that freaks me out enough as it is. Yeah, pretty much, man. You can't really trust people for the most part. People are two-faced, three-faced sometimes. Sometimes they got many faces. But yeah, people are pretty good at keeping things under wraps if they want to. So yeah, you're right about that. Hmm. I mean, do you have anything that you feel like big secrets that are not really talked about that are worth mentioning? Or, not too obscure slash gonna get my channel demonetized. Just kidding. And everybody knows that Epstein didn't kill himself, but we're just gonna pretend that isn't a thing. Everybody knows the CIA killed Jeffrey Epstein. We're just gonna pretend that's not a thing. But it also means some feelings of underlying dread and the pervasive everything we create. Like we subconsciously scream for help in everything we do. I think it's just how depression has shaped my thoughts. No, I see that in people all the time. I constantly miss like screaming for help in subconscious little ways, and everybody else around me is doing it. I'm just like, ha ha ha, get your own help. But when it comes down to it, yeah, I know what you mean. People are constantly letting their insecurities out in little tiny ways, which I notice usually pretty often. But yeah, I don't really do much about it because people are either really insecure or really grandiose in their narcissism. There's not much of a middle ground these days. There's a lot of people who are extroverted or insecure but don't seem insecure, but yeah, it's just an illusion. Yeah, it's just an illusion. Extroversion makes you seem more secure about yourself than you really are. I'm gonna go take a nicotine break, and I'll be right back. 1 second. Feel free to keep commenting and stuff. I'll be right back. Mommy give me. What the fuck? There's a simp mafia out there. I didn't know that, but you know, hey, it happens to the best of us. Sometimes you get charged for being a simp. Thank you, Discord. Very cool. Not Discord, Twitch. It's just an emergent property of evolution, not fundamental to the universe. No, I 100% agree, man. If the universe is like conscious, we're like guaranteed that there's like consciousness, and it's just like, you know, every universe has consciousness in it, and every possible thing has just evolves like from consciousness. Like consciousness, it just stems everywhere, man. If like that's the thing, like consciousness just crops up wherever the fuck it wants to. No problemo, just handles on my ass. Just here's life, baby. Yeah, it fucking suck, man. I'd fucking cry if I found that out. I'd be like, okay. Someone really came in here and nutted on the GPO and left. They really did, yeah. Someone really just came in here and nutted on their GPO and was just like, hey man, just wanted to bust your nut, and then they left. It was pretty wild. He asked me to turn around so he could like see my like tattoos on my back, and then he was just like, "Yeah, man, that's pretty good." And then he just fucking left. It was fucking wild. I was like, "I'm gonna go soon, so hope you have a good stream." Oh, am I? Fair enough. Fill in open. I always forget how to pronounce your name every single time. But yeah, I will have a good stream, my dude. I'm just gonna be streaming for a little bit more, not too long. It's already like 12:26 at night, so I'm gonna stream for like maybe like a half an hour more, maybe a little bit less than that, and then I'm gonna hit the hay. Pretty much, I'm just gonna drink like most of this, and I'm gonna be like, I'm good. Just call me Philly. I will call you Philly from now on. Philly cheesesteak. Just kidding. I do. I'm now hungry. Fuck. Now I want a chili cheesesteak. I haven't had one in fucking like how many months? Oh my god. I haven't had a chili. I haven't had steak and or chili cheesesteak in like it has to be like 8 or 9 months, man. Oh my god. I'm craving steak, but too bad I can't have steak. Wish vegans had like stuff that tasted like steak. Like that'd be pretty good. And then I wish I was rich enough to afford it. Fuck. You're eating a chili cheesesteak right now? What the fuck? God damn it. That makes me. Now I'm jealous. Fuck. Yeah, they have veggie meat, but they don't really have like good steaks. You know, like there's like beef and then there's like steak. They like, taste completely different, but they're like from a cow. You know, I don't have like good vegan steak. I don't think. Maybe they do. I've just never like found it, but I'm pretty sure they don't really have that much vegan steaks. And it's fucking sad. Tragedy, really. Fettuccine doesn't taste too bad. If you ever have an Impossible Burger, Impossible Burgers taste good. They taste just as good as normal meat, if not pretty much better. But other forms of like fake meat, yeah, you're right. They do taste a little weird. I mean, not in a bad way necessarily. Some of them taste bad. Not gonna lie. Like Beyond Burgers are fucking trash. Beyond Burgers are garbage. Okay. If anybody ever offers you a Beyond Burger, try it and just look at them and afterwards and be like, "Fuck this shit. It's disgusting." And then they'll be like, "Why though?" And then they'll tell them it's fucking corn. It's a fucking corn that looks like fucking meat. It's a lie. Chili cheese fillet. Oh, okay. Now you're just making. Now you're just emphasizing what it is, man. Now I'm getting hungry. Shit. But yeah, Beyond Burgers. gross. Impossible Burgers, delicious. Green Garden, pretty good. I mean, it's really cheap and it's really good. It's worth the price. But yeah, Impossible Burgers are like if I'm like really like in a mood for like something that tastes genuine, then I'm like, yo man, I'm gonna get myself some Impossible Burger and I'll cook that shit up and just like, yeah, so good, so good. But that's just when I'm like in a real big mood. It's too expensive. Impossible Burgers are expensive, man, but it's so fucking tasty. You know what sucks though? Ice cream. I can't have ice cream anymore, guys. Ice cream was like my favorite dessert snack. Like you can get like a whole entire like quart for like $5 and you just have so much ice cream and ice cream tastes so fucking good. And I just can't have ice cream anymore. I haven't had ice cream in so long. Besides like vegan ice cream, I had like a vegan ice cream thing like a couple months ago when I was hanging out with my friends and they're just like, yo, wait, so a guy busted a nut and then left? Yeah, not even lying. Like some dude just came in here, asked if he could like see my tattoos, and he just like jerked off and left. And I was like, fair enough, happens to the best of us, I guess. But yeah, ice cream is so fucking good. I love ice cream. Unfortunately, I haven't had it in a long time. The last time I did was like some vegan ice cream, like coconut milk, which tasted amazing. It was coconut milk ice cream, and it was like so fucking good. But that was a couple months ago when I was hanging out with my friends, and they're just like, "Yo, let's buy you some ice cream." Man gets turned on by I also get turned on by tattoos, mainly on women. But hey, like if Chris Pratt had tattoos, I'd be like, "Daddy." I'm just saying, or Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, just like, "Yo, Daddy, yo." But women with tattoos, fine as fuck. I love myself some. Yo, how's it going, D Profit? Good morning. I mean, it's nighttime for me, but good morning, I guess. I don't know where you. I assumed you were part of the United States, but I mean, if you're saying good morning, then I assume that you're like part of Europe or something. So, hello, European guy that I assume is from Europe now. It's not gay to like Ryan. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Philly. Ryan Reynolds is sexy as fuck. Any man would be attracted to him. Yeah, I saw something about that. I don't know why he made a video about cannibalism. It's weird. I don't know. I didn't really watch the video. I just watched the first couple minutes of it and was like, "Oh, this seems just like talking to talk." But and I do that too. But at least when I talk to talk, it's not like I'm trying to like farm views and shit like that. I'm just talking because I like to talk. So I don't know, man. Cannibalism. It's completely ethical, especially if it's consensual. There's nothing wrong with cannibalism. Soylent Green got it right. I mean, the fact that Soylent Green was supposed to be saying that cannibalism is a bad thing, and like in the future we're gonna have cannibalism. But Soylent Green, I agree with Mendham. There's nothing wrong with Soylent Green. It's dead folk. They're dead. You're just turning their bodies into food. Good. That's a fucking good use of corpses, in my opinion. So hey, as long as you don't eat the brain, which is where prime diseases lie, you're pretty much Gucci. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna watch this video on cannibalism. It's probably not very entertaining, and even if it was entertaining, it's not worth the watch from an intellectual perspective. Cannibalism's completely okay, and he probably has zero justified reason. Love me some placenta. Yeah, exactly. Me too, man. The fact that he's out here saying you can't eat placenta is just silly, like how could he? No, but like seriously though, like yeah, it's just silly shit. Like if like you can't violate the dead. I mean, the dead are dead. I mean, so it's just like if you want to turn their corpse into little like fucking wafers to eat, go for it. They're not like they're gonna complain. I don't know why Antoninus Informant would think that like he's not even religious. It's not like he believes in a soul, like and you're like they're sitting up in heaven like, oh my god, even though I'm perfectly happy in heaven and nothing can upset my interests, I am deeply disturbed by the fact you're eating my corpse. Like that's just what placenta placenta cheesesteak. But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, yeah, I mean, it's just silly Billy stuff to complain about cannibalism. It's once the person's dead, it's not like they give a shit. So it's just people having gripes for no reason about things that make them comfortable. I mean, the land. Okay, here's the thing, Antoninus Informant. This man has a video where he's like making fun of vegans for like kissing their pet rat or something. Like, oh, like disgusting. How could they? He's literally autistic. He has like a phobia of rats and shit, and like it's like rats are disgusting. Oh my god. Like he generally has like that's the equivalent of me being like anybody that uses syringes is fucking disgusting because I have like a phobia of syringes. I'd be like equivalent to me like going up to heroin addicts and being like, you're filthy. Not because you're addicted to heroin, but because you inject yourself with syringes. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like this guy, I don't take Antoninus Informant very seriously. It's not much of a reason to take him seriously, and he's disturbed, if that's a kind way to say it. Rats are cool. Exactly. Philly gets it. Rats are fucking awesome. They're just little critters and they're smart. They know what's up. They're adorable. They're cute and they are smart. And I don't know why anybody would have a phobia of rats unless they have like some childhood trauma involving rats. But that just seems weird. I mean, he's literally black. You would think like a black man wouldn't have a phobia of rats. I mean, when it comes down to it, us white folk, we really like got bubonic plague. Like we got genocided by the fucking rats, And he's just out here like scared of them. And I'm like, this makes no sense. You guys were safe. No, I'm just kidding. That was fucked up. But no, no. But seriously though, like I don't know why he would have a fear of rats. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. It's not like he had like an evolutionary background of like you being a European man who's like definitely afraid of rats because of his ancestry or something. Like to me, it doesn't make any fucking sense to be afraid of rats. Like it's just like I mean, sure they spread diseases and shit, but like whatever. He thinks rats inherently are disgusting. No man, a pet rat isn't crawling in a sewer. Yeah, basically, like rats aren't inherently disgusting. Rats are actually are actually pretty clean animals. They groom themselves. There's plenty of videos you can watch online of cats grooming themselves, and rats do similar things, just like cats will. They lick themselves, they like fluff the fur. Like if you look at a rat, its fur is like very rarely matted, especially if it's like a pet rat. Like it's because that they take care of themselves. I mean, they're a mammal. Most mammals are fairly intelligent. New York rats are weird. Why? They just crack or something. I know why he's scared of rats. Oh, okay, to profit. I mean, I'd be interested in hearing why he's scared of rats. I mean, out of curiosity, why is he scared of rats? If it's okay to pry into that subject of how it potentially revealing private information or whatever that he wouldn't be comfortable with you sharing. They're fucking large. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, New York rats are probably big, but I think most rats are pretty big in general. Like, other than you said he grew up in a rat infested home. Oh, well, fair enough, I guess. But, like, I don't know. That'd be like me growing up. I don't I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know. It feels like it's just like silly, you know. Like, I don't know. Like, you know how many people like grew up in like Milwaukee and large cities around like people that are like the size of a small dog. What the fuck? Rats in New York are the size of what the fuck? I don't know, man. That sounds crazy, but fair enough. I mean, when it comes down to it, yeah, like rats. I mean, I don't. I mean, even if you grew up in a rat infested home, it just seems weird. Like from a logical perspective, you should be able to like be like, no, rats aren't bad. They're just an animal. Just like someone who's been like grew up in Milwaukee in a crime-ridden area or like Chicago, and they're like, oh, statistically speaking, black people commit a majority of the crime. But I can acknowledge that's because of poverty, and so there's nothing actually wrong with black people. It was just a product of my environment. But there's nothing actually wrong with black people. Same with the rats. Sure, my home had a bunch of rats in it, and I thought they were creepy and scary as a kid. But there's nothing inherently wrong with rats because rats are just a mammal that's actually well taken care of themselves and are actually like put together as a creature, not dirty or disgusting like some like mole or something like that crawling through the dirt. They actually groom themselves. You know, you'd think that like just how like people can understand like racial things and being like, oh, have this experience, but this experience isn't universal to the whole. You'd think you'd be like the same thing with like rats, like, oh, I grew up like traumatized by rats, but rats clearly aren't bad. Like you think on an intellectual level he'd be able to understand it. Like you would have the phobia still, but like an intellectual level. But they were crawling all over him. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's. I don't fucking know, man. I mean, yeah, sure, like crawling all over him. I guess, like, yeah, but like, I get the phobia, but like, I don't know, like, you'd still think from like an intellectual level, like, you'd still be able to understand that, like, not it's not like rats have been dead out for him or something, you know. They're just fucking rats. They aren't disgusting, aren't they? Crawling in sewers. They aren't disgusting, aren't they? Crawling in. I mean, there's plenty of things in sewers. I mean, that's like saying rats live everywhere basically. They're cockroaches, man. Like they can populate pretty much any area. They're not necessarily disgusting, and if they take care of themselves for the conditions and that they live in. I mean, here let's pull up some videos of rats grooming themselves. If you've lived with rats, wouldn't you learn to like them? You'd think so, but apparently not. Apparently he's not like the rat girl from Suicide Squad. Apparently he's the opposite of that, I guess. Watching, I'm sorry for giving you PTSD. I'm not. Like, look at their fur. It's nice and neat. Follows a nice little pattern. It's nice flow to their fur. Like, they literally spend, like, most of their time, like, grooming themselves. Like, I mean, what else is a rat supposed to do? Other than, like, keeping themselves tidy. Diseased and disgusting, that's where it comes from. Maybe, but I feel like that's just a superstition. So, I mean, at this point, he should be past that, especially given that, like, pet rats don't have any diseases at all, and yeah, I mean, I don't know why he has a phobia of like rats, because like, look at that little thing. Look at its chubby little cheeks and little ears. Look at it. Look at it. Look at its little buggy eyes. Looks like a little loaf. It literally has like human ears and has like a loaf body, a little twitching face. It's adorable. I mean, other than they're like fucking massive ass nuts, that's not very adorable. But you know, when it comes down to it, there's still little creatures that are doing their evolutionary thing, and they're not that disgusting when it comes down to it. But it wasn't pet. Maybe they're biting him and shit. No, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, I understand why he has the phobia itself. I just don't understand why he doesn't intellectually understand that, like, I understand the phobia, I understand the fear. Just like I have a fear of needles, I understand why he has a fear of rats. But what I don't understand is like how I have a fear of needles. I don't go and be like, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, you know? Like, if I had a fear of needles and was an anti-vaxxer, then I could relate to him and be like, oh yeah, I have a fear of rats and therefore I don't like any rats and whatsoever, and think anybody who does like rats is stupid, you know? Like if I was like an anti-vaxxer or something like that, that would make sense. I'd be like, oh, I have a fear of needles, and so therefore I think everybody else who doesn't have a fear of needles is stupid and being brainwashed by the government or whatever. But that's not what I think. What I think is, oh, I have a fear of needles, but when it comes down to it, it's just an instrumental tool to be used to inject dead viruses into our bodies and/or medicine of sorts. So when it comes down to it, like I can understand intellectually speaking that like there's nothing wrong with a syringe being put into your body. There's nothing inherently wrong with a syringe. Syringes are just there. Sure, it grosses me out because I don't like the idea of like a liquid or some type of external fluid being pumped into my veins. That just fucking gives me the willies, man. But when it comes down to it, I can still understand intellectually speaking that there's nothing wrong with it, and I'll get my shots when I need to get my shots. Like, I can't understand a fear. I can understand the fear of rats. I just can't understand like thinking rats are inherently disgusting and like bad, and anybody that owns a rat's like a silly person or just like disease ridden or like sympathetic to like disgusting things or whatever. Like it's just I have a fear of pills. What do you mean? Don't know where that creature can't eat. Oh, fair enough. I mean, I swallow pills dry, so I can't really relate. I literally just here. I'll go and show you. Yeah, man, I swallow pills dry, bro. Look at this. This is a whole thing of fish oil right here because I got it before I was vegan. I can't do it with water. You can't even do it with water, bro. Look at this. Just swallow right there. Bing, bang, boom. That easy. You're not gonna choke on it. You're gonna be fine, bro. Literally just swallowed a pill that was like that big. No easy, man. My God. Yeah, I know, right? Wash it down with some alcohol. Yum yum. But yeah, I swallow pills dry. I don't have no problem with it. So I'm a psychopath. Brand's throat is more experienced, to be fair. Hey, no, I have never sucked a dick before. Sucking dick is gay. I Taking things in the ass is not gay. Remember that, because the orgasm from a prostate orgasm is 30% stronger than a traditional orgasm. Therefore, it's just logical that you don't want to bust from taking it in the ass. But sucking a dick, now that's just gay. I still wouldn't have phobia, but I don't understand how one can live in a house of rats biting him. No, that's understandable. About to make that joke. Fair enough. Hey man, if you just don't want to have a gag reflex, you just flex your tongue, bro. Like that. Like you just flex your tongue like this. Oh. And you can just not gag. So long as you flex your tongue, you won't gag. And I've never even sucked dick. I just know because I'm good at brushing my teeth. I wish God put a prostate in my mouth. Yeah, me too, bro. Just orgasm from sucking. Every time I eat food and swallow a little funky, I just bust a nut. That'd be fucking wild. Yo, this is a wild ass like live stream. This live stream has everything from like talking about like jerking off and GPUs to fucking like rat phobia to like swallowing pills and sucking dick. Like, yeah, this chat is different than the morning. Yo, this chat is different than the morning. And the morning is just like, yo, let's talk about ethics and like sing a little bit and like talk. At night it's just like pure chaos. At night it's just like, what the fuck? uh, yeah, it's also because I'm drunk. Nine more minutes though, guys. 9 more minutes. Well, at least at 3, you know you're drunk. Well, at least you know you're drunk. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm not like uber drunk, but I'm like a little bit drunk. I'm like tipsy. But like, you know. Mm-mm-mm. Good God. Good googly moogly. Hmm. I might save the rest of this for morning. That way, if I have a hangover, I can cure my hangover. I'm gonna do that. Hmm. Takes a swig, puts cap on, takes it off, take another swig. Hey, you're not wrong. Hey, you're really not wrong. I do that all the time. I'm autistic. I'm doing it again right now. Okay, that's the last swig. Praise be. Here's a hangover with another one. Yeah. Yo, I'm a real G. I'm toxic as fuck, guys. When it comes down to it, I'm like the least healthy person that I know. Personally, that is. I mean, maybe a few people. I mean, like in terms of like physical health, I'm like on point, man. I'm sexy beast, you know. Got medical health like a G, you know. I got some muscles a little bit, not much. This is just my natural physique from not working out ever and just like being a real G. But when it comes down to it, my actual health, when it comes to like mental health, it's just like fucked. I'm just like fucked. And then I'm just like constantly do toxic bullshit to myself, like smoke, constantly drink, you know, and I don't give a damn, bro. But when it comes down to it, it's because life is pain, and when life is pain, you must compensate for that pain. Sometimes I just get turned on by my fucking yeah. Y'all get turned on by this, yeah, like little what is it? What do you want to call it? Like a collarbone. Yeah, y'all turned down by my collarbone. I get turned down by my collarbone sometimes. I was like, damn, son. I want to fuck myself. Just kidding. You're all just like, Christ, this is so gay. Uh, hey man, it's 2023. We're allowed to be gay of ourselves. It's you really are drunk. uh, you were not wrong. My head hurty right now. Brant gave his workout regime jack off 5 times a day, burn 5, burns 5. Yeah, yeah. It turns out it was just. Yeah, you're not wrong, bro. That's why I'm so slim, bro. My no, I don't actually do that 5 times a day. It's like once or twice. So you know, you burn off like a minimum of 100 to 200 calories. You know, maybe like 250. You know, I'm just saying. If you really work, if you really get into it, you can get like 300. Just kidding. But no, when it comes down to it, yeah, intoxication. What's that blinking red light for? Where is that coming from? You gotta see that, right? There's like a little blinking red light in the cabinet. Oh, that's not actually on the cabinet. That's like outside behind me. It just looks like there's something reflecting in the window. Be Quagmire in quarantine. Giggity giggity. Oh shit, you spotted. uh, 3 more minutes and then I'm gonna end the live stream because it'll be 1 a.m. Good 1 a.m. is good time as any to get down. It's the Fed boys. Oh hey, is that Jimothan that's texted me? Ayo, Jimmy. Yo, every day is a great day, Jimmy. That was a complete lie. Every day is a great day. Uh, didn't even record my voice. That's a shame. Yo, I'm having a pretty decent day actually, not gonna lie, Jimmy. Um, yeah, yeah, it's been solid. Fucking A. Okay, cool. It actually did record my voice. Good, good. Hope you're having a good one as well. It's 1:59 for you. Shit, you're an hour ahead of me, Philly. An hour and 1 minute ahead of me. I don't know how you're a minute ahead of me, but you know, somehow you're like in the 59 range and I'm in the 58 range. But you know, either way, I mean, like, fuck. I don't know how time zones work. I don't know how time zones work. My clock's fast. Nah, that's fair. I got you. Hmm. Well, I guess, any final questions for me? Any final little things y'all want to talk about? Because I'm willing to talk a little bit longer. I mean, it's not like it's not like I have to go to bed right now. I'm just kind of feeling like it's a good time to go to bed. But if y'all want to talk about one last topic or something, then I'm down. But so any final questions, concerns, little things you want to vent about before I go to sleep? Anything you're like, hey, Brant, I got this in my mind. Can you help me out? Pontificate together with me, home slice. And I'll be like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna scream into the void now. Ah! Yeah, Apple's having a moment, just really letting it out. Burn some calories, jacking up. I will. Tell us a chat an child awkward story from my childhood years. Okay. First time I ever jacked off, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just like felt good for some reason. I was like, penis feel good. What is this? And then I just kept doing it, and then I nutted, and it felt weird. It felt really weird to nut. Like when you first time you ever nut, you don't realize what the fuck's happening, and you're just like, whoa. And it felt weird because it's like whatever tube was going on there that like delivers like the semen to that's never been in use before, and it hurt a little bit. Yeah, it's sharp. Exactly, it's sharp. The first time you ever bust a nut, it's sharp. It kind of feels like like what the fuck's happening, and I thought it was dying. I thought I like did a grave sin against like God or something, and then I was like dying. It was hilarious. And I did a pray. I started praying to God, like being like, if I live, I'll never do this again. And moral of the story is, I totally lied. If there's a God out there, I'm sorry, G, but I lied to you, obviously. But moral of the story is, you know, first time you ever jerked off, I thought it was dying. It was pretty hilarious looking back at it. So that's my funny little awkward story from my childhood years. We'll end it on that note, and hope you guys have a good night. Don't die by jerking off. If you do, rest in peace. Yeah, and take care. Hope that was a good story. Bruh, I meant like first date or getting in trouble in school, bro. Hey, you know what? I thought that was pretty funny. It's relatable. So, bruh, I meant like getting a first date. Oh well, we'll talk about my getting in trouble in school stories tomorrow or something.